Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is James, this is Jammy Dodger Flips. Just wanted to say a big thank you for the response on the Q&A video. Some really good feedback, some really good comments. Views are a bit average, but it is an hour-long video, so it's an hour out of your day. But even if you did want to check it out, you can always dip in and out of it. But I'd recommend watching it. It's a little background into my life before reselling and what got me started, how I got to where I am now. Yeah, so give it a look if you wanted to. It's currently Bank Holiday Monday. I've got a few hours spare in the morning, so I thought I would just show you guys what I've sold over the weekend so far. So that's from Friday morning up until now, which is Monday morning. It's not been the most crazy weekend, but we have still got 16 orders going out. So average, you know, nothing too amazing, but still plenty of quality shoes going out and a few little everything items as well. So let's get into it. So as always, I usually start with the smaller items and work my way up to the bigger. The smaller are usually the generalist sort of everything items that I'm just trying to clear and get rid of, ready for the car boot season. I'm waiting for the summer days to get a really good car boot, and then I will start filming once again at the car boots. But for now, we're just clearing the stock and buying on Vinted, selling them on eBay. Just shoes at the moment, so I'm kind of like a seasonal niche, if you will. So please stay tuned. I know a few of you have said in the comments that you're dipping out because I'm only selling shoes, but in my eyes it's all knowledge. It's all knowledge you might want to learn, so I'm going to keep showing you guys videos of me selling shoes because that's what I enjoy doing, that's what I enjoy selling. If you don't really like it, then you can always move on, and there's plenty of other resellers selling everything else. But for now, let's get into the sales, work my way up from the smallest to the biggest, and let's see what's sold. So starting off, we've got these little pack of Nerf bullets. I paid £1, I think, at the car boot, and they've only sold for £3, so not much at all. I probably should have just kept them, waited till I got a Nerf gun, bundled them with the Nerf gun, and that would have helped that sell. But instead, they've just sold for £3 plus postage, so whatever, a little bit of profit, but nothing amazing. After that, we've got this Pidgeotto, or Pidgeot, whatever it is. Don't actually know which one it is. Pidgeotto Pokemon card from the top sort of era of Pokemon cards. This is sold for £5.50 with free postage. I don't really know why it had free postage, but it's just one of them old listings that I kind of forgot about, and it's finally sold, so there we go. Next up is actually a pair of shoes that I did get from the car boot, but I only paid £1 for them. They've sold for £5. They're completely beaten up. It's a pair of Asics Gel Quantum 180 or 360. Not the most amazing, but again, cheap price, £5. People still buy cheap shoes if they want to run around sort of Tough Mudder events or just anything like that. They still buy them. It's pretty nice. In good condition, they sell for like 30, 40 quid. But of course, these ones are pretty beaten up. So just a £5 plus postage. I'll show you some pictures on the screen. This is a motocross jersey, so like a long sleeve sort of lightweight jersey. Sold for £5.99 plus postage. And again, only cost me like £1 at the car boot, so not bad at all. And finally, before we get into the shoes, this one here I thought would fly out of the shop. Little E.T. from the Universal Studios in America. So really cool little item. Tempted to keep him for myself. It's about a 6-inch little plush doll. He's only sold for £6 plus postage, so I paid like 50p at the car boot. So there is profit there, but it's one of those items you would think would sell for at least a tenner. But yeah, £6. Either way, it's been nice having him sitting around in the garage for a little bit. Hello. So the next orders are purely from Vinted and selling on eBay. So buying cheap on Vinted, selling for a profit on eBay. And I'm pleased to say they're all shoes and they're all over 20 quid. So we're starting off with these Converse here, which are just basic Converse high tops. But they're in like a sort of British racing green colour, really quite nice. They've sold for £21.25. The condition is a little bit more beaten up than I thought when I got them. It's just the heels, they're a little bit flattened out. But other than that, they're pretty good. Only paid £5 on Vinted, so not bad at all. £21.25 for them. And the next pair, I did mention these in a previous video. I did pay a tenner for them, so a little bit of a mistake on my end because I didn't realise they were junior fitting. So they're a little bit smaller than the sort of adults version of Converse, but either way, they've still sold. They're a platform pair of high tops. They've sold for £22.49 plus postage. I think with junior Converse, they also fit women sometimes if they have a narrower foot, so don't be put off completely by that. And the next pair, I jumped on these as soon as I saw them, sniped them, didn't even look at the pictures properly. Little bit of a mistake my end. These are Friday the 13th horror vans, so really popular. In good condition, brand new condition, £100 plus, easy. I paid £5 for these ones. They've only sold for £24.99, and that is because if you bend the foot there, it's a massive gaping hole right there in the side. I was tempted to try and repair it, but it's a little bit too damaged for my liking, and if it goes and breaks on the customer, then it'll be a return. So I just disclosed it in the description, and I said if you want to try and repair it, feel free to. But either way, the uppers are in good condition, the soles are in good condition. It is literally just the big splits on the side on both pairs of shoes. But other than that, still £25 in the bank. Paid a £5 on Vinted plus the fees, so about £8.50 all in. So not the best, but I thought they might sell for a little bit more. And that goes for most horror vans. Like I sold some the other day from The Shining, the Grady twins, I think it was, and they sold for like 25 quid or something. But yeah, any horror vans do sell really, really well, so keep an eye out. Okay, so the next sales, they have hit the sweet spot perfectly. We've got 8 more remaining, and they are all over £30, which is the perfect place I want to be. If I'm paying a tenner on Vinted, I at least want to be making £30, and that's my sort of margin right now. £35 preferably and above, because then I'm sort of making that £20 profit per pair of shoes. All over £30. Some are a little bit higher, some are closer to 30. We'll start off with these two here, which are the closest to them. These are a pair of Skechers slip-on equalizer 4s. Once again, don't pass up on Skechers. They do sell really well for me. So just make sure they're clean, good condition. The soles aren't too worn down. As you can see with these ones, they're pretty much like new almost. These are sold for £34.19p plus postage. And once again, I think they only cost me about a fiver on Vinted. People seem to give them away, weirdly enough. I don't know why, but they do. I was going to show you another example of them, but they've already been put away into the boxes, so I don't know which box they're in. But a good example of them would be these Skechers here. Also paid a fiver for them, and they're in pretty good condition, so they should sell for around 30. And the next one, a brown pair of Adidas Beckenbauer all-round. I literally missed out on a pair of these yesterday. I don't know why, I hesitated a little bit. They're up for £12 on Vinted, and I hesitated and just left them behind, and somebody else got them. These ones here have sold for £35.99, so decent markup. I think I paid about £8 for them on Vinted, so not much at all. Do keep an eye out. There's the little tag there on the side. I've shown them a few times now on the channel because I keep picking them up, keep selling them. Obviously, you guys are hopefully learning from this. So the next 3 sales are all around the same price. They are all the same model of shoe, so New Balance 327s. We've got this pair here, which has like sort of cream with a navy blue tick on it. They make so many different colorways, but they're so popular. It doesn't really matter what colorway you get. Either way, as long as they're in good condition and they've got good tread on the soles, just like these ones, you're looking at £35 plus usually. So these ones here have sold for £36.99. I've then got a pair here of white, beige and grey ones, so different colorway, but once again, holding that good value. As you can see, good tread on the soles. They've also sold for £37.50. And finally, a pair here, which I believe are the junior versions because they've got the smaller sort of triangle on the back, if you compare the two. These ones here have sold for £40, but they're near enough brand new, so there you go. And this is sort of like an oyster red pink colourway. So pretty popular once again. I think I had them up for about 45, somebody offered 40, took that. And the buy price for all 3 of them, I think the most I paid was a tenner. I think that pair there, because they put them up in satisfactory condition. There's a few little holes on the heels. They only cost me about a fiver on Vinted. The brand new ones, amazingly, only cost me a tenner. I remember buying them. And then I believe those ones were also a tenner. I lose track a little bit because I buy so many. Hopefully you understand my point. New Balance 327, definitely a one to look out for. And here's one that sat on Vinted for at least 10 minutes before I actually bought them. So these here are a pair of Asics Gel Nimbus 24s. As you can see, great condition, no damage whatsoever, almost like brand new. The only issue is both of them are missing the original insoles. So they've just got the sort of blue lining in there. I don't know why they're missing the insoles. Sometimes people just take them out right away, chuck them in the bin because they prefer the shoe without insoles. I don't know why. Seems ridiculous, but people do it. They've hardly been worn. They cost me £5 plus the fees, so hardly anything. £8.50 all in, whatever. These ones here have sold for £40, 49p. So don't pass up on shoes if they're missing the insoles. What you'll find a lot of the time is people already have the shoe and it's a little bit worn down on the exterior. They wear it down so much they want to get a new pair. They might find mine at a cheaper price for £40, buy them, take their insoles out, put them in the shoe, and they've got a brand new pair almost. So it saves the buyer having to spend 60 plus quid on a brand new pair of shoes if they can get them for £40 from me. I'm happy, I've made my profit. The buyer's happy, they've got a cheaper pair. And now, it wouldn't be a Jammy Dodger Flips video without a pair of Adidas Sambas. You guys know I love picking these up, love selling them. These ones here cost me a tenner, and they have sold for £44.99. The condition is almost brand new. I think they pretty much are. I think they're only worn inside, even on the heels, there's hardly any wear whatsoever. Yep, £10, they sold for £44.99. That's a great markup. That is exactly where I want to be on my profit margins. And once again, they're in my size, so I was also super tempted to keep them, but I got to do what's best, got to sell them, got to make that profit. We're on the last pair of shoes now. These ones, a little bit unusual, first time pickup for me, first time sale. These are a pair of Sebago Docksides, but they're actually the boot version. They usually come in boat shoes, so Sebago Dockside boat shoes, deck shoes, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, I happened to see them in the boot form for a tenner on Vinted. I quickly did some research on eBay, saw that they sell for around the £60–70 mark in good condition. These ones have a little bit of wear on the heels. As you can see, they're a little bit flattened out, whatever. So they haven't gone for that price. They've sold for £45 in the end. I think I had them up for 55, got an offer of 45. Thought, yep, that's still a decent markup, let's take it. So this week I'm a little bit off my target. I'm a few hundred away from hitting my target. So I have been accepting a few lowball offers, but either way, it's still money coming in and it should help me invest into a few more pairs of shoes next week. But I think I've still got about 20 pairs on the way to me now. So it's all good. Hopefully we have enough stock for next week to go into that nicely. Yeah, but other than that, I think we're all good. That is all the sales. Only a short one today, bit of a change from my last video, which was an hour long. Like I said, if you haven't checked it out yet, please do go and have a look, get a little insight into my life. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little sales roundup. I hope you all had a lovely Easter. Thanks again for the continued support. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.